Well, I know you're waiting for the Browns video that are 2-1 right now against the Washington Redskins. I believe we had 5, 6 turnovers, and I just can't put my finger on the game. We're up. Obviously, I personally think we should have scored 50 points. We were up 17-7, and we went down 20-17. And I thought, listen, I'm not. You heard me on Facebook. I said, May. I have no confidence in Mayfield, none whatsoever, coming back. And sure enough, the little midget brought us back. And he was, listen, against Cincinnati, he was as accurate as I've ever seen him. Today, the outside throws, he just wasn't there. Even his downfield, he just wasn't there. The one he threw to Beckham that he turned into a DB, Mayfield didn't have a good game. He had a game managing type game, but it wasn't a good game. And I didn't think we'd win the game. Thank God for Nick Chubb and the defense. Look, we got like 6 turnovers, but I mean, God damn it, they can't stop. I've always contended this in the National Football League. And that's what Joe Burrow's doing right now. You can use the dink and dunking as running plays. You can dink and dunk. I don't know why NFL teams just don't spread teams out and just dink and dunk all the way downfield. That's all you need to do. Brady made a living out of it. And that's what the Redskins were doing to us. They got in an up-tempo game like the Bengals did against us, and that's what they started doing. That's how they scored the first time, and they abandoned it. And I can't place my finger. It was a game. I didn't make a video about it because I'm like, it is what it is. We won. I was expecting to beat this team, and we won 34 by 14. This is the second game in a row we scored 30 points. That hasn't happened in about 10 years, or maybe 6 years. But and I really shouldn't be complaining about it, but I felt we could have scored 50 if Mayfield was on, and as long as Odell Beckham and Landry are content with catching the ball 4 times and us winning, I got no problem with keeping him. But if I get a guy that gets 4 or 5 catches and we win and he's complaining, then get rid of him. That's how. Because listen, in this offense we're using right now, I hate to tell you guys this, we don't need elite playmakers at every fucking spot, especially receivers. All we need is tight ends in the running game and a receiver here and there, because you don't need 2 elite receivers in this scheme. You don't. And I gotta wonder about Rashard Higgins. He doesn't see the field. I thought it was Freddie Kitchens last year. Something must be up with that dude. I'm sure he didn't sign in Cleveland for less money to ride the bench. I just don't get it. Mayfield did miss one play that I seen. JoJo Natson was wide open on the wheel route out of the backfield, and he would have had a touchdown. Wide open. But granted the play was a screen, but as a quarterback, you got to be cognizant of the fact that this guy's wide open. And Mayfield, there's no way he looked at him, because if he did and he didn't throw to him, that's the trouble. That's a problem. He should have just threw it to him, touchdown. But I didn't have confidence in Mayfield. I didn't have confidence in Mayfield Thursday night against the Bengals. I didn't. It's like Mayfield, I can't explain it. Something about him. His rookie year, this cat went out there fearless. And maybe last year got to him. But am I ready to give up on him? You don't give up on somebody with an arm like that. You just don't. You seen Joe Burrow today, right? I think Joe Burrow's a fine young quarterback. And he threw a ball to T. Higgins that he dropped, but should have been out here, but it was here. It wasn't a good throw. It was weak. And the ball hung on him, like I was talking about last week. Mayfield, a good quarterback with a strong arm, makes a better throw there. Burrow had 3 chances in overtime, actually 4, but 3, and he didn't do it. And what they're talking about, the Bengals fans talking about how these announcers are bragging about. Listen, these announcers bragged up Mayfield his rookie year too. They were saying the same thing about Mayfield they are about Burrow. But actually, Mayfield was winning games. Burrow ain't winning them. So I heard this all before. We all know the NFL rookie quarterback, they have their ups and downs. And Burrow's actually playing good, but I really question his arm strength. His arm time, and they're keeping everything in front of him. From what I've seen, it looks like he's just dinking and dunking underneath. They're giving him everything underneath. I didn't watch the whole game, but when I started watching the game, I wasn't really impressed with him at all. But I do like his pocket presence, but that's about it so far. And he's all right, but I'm just saying to the Bengals fan. But I'm not ready to give up on Mayfield. No, not ready at all. I'm not giving up on a guy with this arm, because I've seen what he can do. So he's just got to recapture that. And like Steve Smith said, this is basically his rookie year, and he is playing like a rookie the last couple games. He didn't have any interceptions last week, or no, well, last week he had one. He didn't have any interceptions today, but he should have had one. But it's basically his rookie year, because he's got all these different coordinators now. This is, But I do like this Stefanski. There was one play call, a couple play calls I didn't like, but the 2nd and 19, the run, I don't give a fuck who you got running back there. 2nd and 19 against that front, And I know Chubb got over 100 yards, but in that situation, you got to come out firing. I don't like to run there. And some of his play calls don't make any sense to me. They don't. I thought Beckham played great though for what he did. I thought the biggest play he made was breaking up that interception, but I thought he played great. And I thought Landry played great. Landry always plays great. He gives you his 100% off. So obviously Chubb and Hunter just great. I mean, probably the best running backs I've ever seen in Cleveland. And I've seen some great ones. Ben Gay, Carson Newman, not Carson. Boyce Green out of Carson Newman. I've seen the great ones in Cleveland. No, I've seen some great ones. Charles White, Greg Pruitt, Mike Pruitt. I didn't see Jim Brown, but I did see Mike Pruitt and Greg Pruitt. Purdue and Oklahoma. Actually, Mike Pruitt was better, number 43, in my opinion, my factinian. But this wrecking ball. I like Byner and Mack. I loved them in the 80s, but I think this Chubb and Hunt are just better. They really are. And I'll tell you what, I think a lot of people think Hunt's better, but I think Chubb's actually better. Even though Hunt is great because he catches the ball, Chubb catches the ball too, but there's something about Chubb. He's just something about him. He's a beast. I do like Hunt though. I'm not going to lie to you. I like the fact that we have all these running backs that can catch. And we have these tight ends I can catch. Don't forget when we get Njoku back. Oh, my God. Just wait till we get Njoku back. I'll be honest with you. I think they overpaid for Austin Hooper. I know he's good, but tight ends are just like running backs in the NFL today. You can find them anywhere. We had Darren Fells last year with the Houston Texans. Or was it the year before last year? I always liked him. We got rid of him. He balls out for Houston. But yeah, I can't explain this game. We won. We're 2-1 now. I surmise we go to Dallas. We're going to take a beating because I don't see. We're not. Listen, we're not going to sit there and I know we're going to try to slow the clock up, run. We're going to fall behind, and you're going to have to abandon the run, and we're going to have to win by throwing. And Mayfield's going to have to come out there. Now he's in Dallas. I know he's from Texas. He's going to have to come out there and throw. Is he capable of throwing? Yes. So he might have to come out there and throw us to win, and that's going to be interesting. For some reason, I like to see the. Look, I always contended that Tom Brady made a career out of dinking and dunking, going short underneath. I like that type of football rather than running. That's just how I like it. And I know Mayfield, if we have to have him do that or take shots downfield, we can. Because Dallas we beat Dallas. And this team actually has a chance to do something if they beat Dallas. Because Dallas is a good team. Dak Prescott, 2 straight 400-yard games. That's pretty impressive. But it's a different NFL today. Totally different. Dan Marino would have fucking annihilated any fucking. He'd throw for 500 yards a game today. Easily. He's probably the best quarterback I've ever seen, Dan Marino. He's a fucking beast. But anyway, yeah, we won. Dwayne Haskins, he stares down receivers. Oh, he's terrible. But I like Haskins. He just needs coaching. And Ron Rivera. Did you ever see a coach just give up? You could have scored, made it a 7-point game. You had 3 timeouts. He didn't bother calling them. What the fuck? Now, hey, Ron, listen. If this has something to do with your disease, then maybe you shouldn't have took the fucking job. Because in my factinian, you had 3 timeouts. You didn't even, it was like, I'm sitting there saying, why ain't this guy calling timeout? You had a chance. All you had to do is get a touchdown and make it a 7-point game. This guy just gave up. Which, don't get me wrong, I was glad he did, but I don't agree with that. If I was a Redskin fan, I'd be pretty pissed off right now. This guy just gives up too easy. Why take the job if you're just going to give up that easy? You're only down 14. You see what happened to Dallas last week? They came back and beat the Falcons, which, by the way, the Falcons are the new Browns. They find a new way to lose every fucking week. I told my Bengals boy that they're the new Browns, too, because they are like the Browns. They blow leads. They blew a fucking head. Carson Wentz is fucking trash. Boy, they fucked that up. They could have kept Nick Foles, got rid of Carson Wentz. Doug Peterson should be fired. Anyway, Alex Stefanski, we got the win. I'm going to start doing a review of every game here soon. Anyway. And, I heard EDP mention me in his podcast about, he should agree with me. I'm right. He knows it. Nick Foles Carson Wentz is flat out garbage. He can't even throw football no more. He's just terrible. He looks like a rookie and he's in his 5th fucking year. So anyway, am I high right now because the Browns are 2-1 now? I realize that we got a long way to go and a long time to go that way. But if we beat Dallas, which, by the way, Dallas is going to win that division easily. If we beat Dallas, we're 3-1. That's a big if, though. I look for us to get beat bad. If we somehow beat Dallas, I'll be elated. I'll be high as a motherfucker. Anyway.